Alright, so we're going to start off this morning by preparing our potato planks. We're going to want to use an Idaho russet potato because of how much starch it has in it. This may seem like a little effort just for some fancy french fries, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. We're going to start off cutting off the round edges, get it into about a rectangular shape. And you can want to cut it about 3 times. Until they're about that size right there. After your potatoes are cut, you want to put them in a pot of water over medium-high heat. We're going to parboil these for about 10 minutes. Alright, so we've taken our potatoes out of the water, strained them, and we've put them on a rack here that's meant for cooling cookies, and put it on a baking sheet. Now we're going to put this in the freezer for about 2 hours. Alright, our potato planks have been in the freezer now for 2 hours, so we've taken them off of that cooling rack and transfer those to a bowl because we're going to do the second of our third cooks. We're going to deep fry them in peanut oil. We want to get the oil up to at least 350 degrees. And we are there. So we're going to cook these in 2 separate batches. I cut up 3 potatoes, so you don't want to throw them all in at one time. This is going to cook for probably about 3 to 4 minutes for the second cook. Alright, so here's what it's going to look like after our second cook, and I know what you're thinking. These look great, they're ready to go, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. Wait for that third cook. Our next step is going to be to put them in the freezer for at least another hour or so. You can actually make these ahead of time and leave them in your freezer for up to 2 to 3 days. So we'll pop these in the freezer and move on to our next step. Alright, so when our potato planks are done, they are going to be great with ketchup, but they're going to be even better with this homemade aioli sauce. So I'm starting off with a ½ cup of sour cream, 1 clove of garlic. I've got a 1/4 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese in there, juice of about 1/3 of a lemon, and then I've got salt and pepper in here. And I like to use these containers again, pre-mix my salt and pepper, because just about every time you're using salt, you're throwing in some pepper. And I do a mixture of 1 part pepper to 2 parts salt. The last thing we're putting in there is horseradish. And a side note on the horseradish, all the horseradishes that are out there, they're all going to be a little bit different heat level to them. Alright, so now we're going to put together our batter for our corn dogs. We've got cornmeal, flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and sugar all stirred in here. And optional is a little chipotle chili powder. Give it just a little bit of kick there. You can leave that out if you want. Those are all our dry ingredients put together. We've got 2 eggs that we've beaten we're going to add in here. And then we've got 3/4 cup of buttermilk. We're just going to stir this all together, and then we will transfer this into a tall cup to dip our corn dogs in. Before we dip the hot dogs in the batter and put them in the oil, we're just going to put them in a cast iron skillet and turn them a few times just to get a little brown going on the outside there. Alright, we've got our oil back to over 350 degrees, and now it's time for the third cook of our triple cooked potatoes. This time is going to go pretty quick. Alright, so our planks are all done. I just put some kosher salt on them, and I'm going to put them in the oven for a few minutes to keep them warm while we do the corn dogs. Alright, so we're just going to dip the dogs into the batter here. Give it a little twist as it's coming out. Drop it into the oil. Alright, there you have it, your hand-dipped corn dogs with triple cooked potato planks and a homemade aioli. Remember, the next time you're looking for any new or used car, give me a call and let me show you how easy it can be. Make it a great day.